In this video, we're going to show you how to install a TST Industries tucked fender eliminator on a 2009 to 2012 ZX6R. Alright, so to begin, we're going to take off the rear seat of the bike using the key. Lift it right off. Then we go on to remove the tank side covers. We'll need to take out the screw here in the front under the tank. And then pry away the rear portion, like so. Panel comes out, move on to the other side. Do the same on the left side. Remove your screw. Pry away at the back. Clear the tabs. There's a tab here and a tab here. Once you clear them, it comes out pretty easy. Okay. Now we're going to go to the top. I'm going to remove these 5 fasteners. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're going to remove the seat. The seat has 2 bolts, one here and one on the other side of the seat in the same spot. I'm going to take those out. Go on to the other side. Do the same for this side of the seat. One Allen head screw holding it on this side. Okay, so now we go to the top, remove the driver's seat. Now we have access. We'll remove the center back fairing. And now we will go to the bottom of the bike to remove the push fasteners. You will need to remove these 4 push fasteners. That can be done using an Allen head or a little screwdriver. You just push in the center. And that releases them. You can now take them out. So now we're going to remove the side panels of your tail. The only 2 fasteners that are still left are the push fasteners here. Same thing, push in the center, which will release the fastener. Do that for both sides. Free to come out. Very free to come out. And remove the side fairing. Now you have access to the rest of your components here. And the next step, we're going to remove the whole fender assembly with the blinkers. So to do that, we'd like to start by undoing all the electrical connections to the components on the fender. This is done very easily by pulling the plugs out. And just isolate all the wires that go to the components on the fender here. That way they don't have to be tangled when you remove the fender. Okay, now the fender is held on by 4 Allen screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can go ahead and remove those now. When you get to the last 2, you probably want to hold the fender from the bottom so that way it doesn't hit anything on its way down. Now you're probably going to have to jiggle these wires around a little bit for the fender to come out smoothly without taking the rest of these components with it. Alright, feed those plugs down to the bottom. There it is. Get rid of that guy. So now that you've eliminated the fender, you can reinstall the side panels, side tail panels. You have 2 push fasteners here and 5 screw fasteners here, and then you could go on to installing your bracket at the bottom of the bike. You will install these 2 push fasteners, and you will leave these 2 out for the purpose of attaching the bracket here. Now you take a screw and a washer from the outside, line the bracket with the tail like this, push a screw and washer onto the bracket, go to the top. Now we just screw the other side of the bracket into a nut. I'm using a magnetic retractor here to hold the nut in place as I screw the screw into it from the bottom. So we'll get everything aligned nicely, and then we could access that with a box wrench. Just get it nice and tight by hand first, and tighten it up later with a box wrench. Okay, now let's go to the bottom of the bike. Your bracket is pretty much ready to go. You just mount your license plate right here with the original hardware that you had. Removing the fender leaves a big void here. We make a closeout piece that takes care of that. It goes in place here. If you want to add that to your bike, what you'll do is use the 2 provided screws with washers, and just screw through the top into this component aligned with the holes in your tail. Okay, so now you can just insert the fasteners into the closeout piece. Closeout is threaded. Just thread it up and tighten it. Make sure you use a washer. Tighten it by hand, and then with a tool. Don't over tighten. You don't want to strip threads, and you're ready to go.